everyone, welcome back. I was tagged by Tammy Gainey to do this 21 questions tag, and here I go. Let's see, number 1. If I had to live with only one color, which would it be and why? I love pale pink. That's one of my very, very, very favorite colors. Pale pink takes me back to when I was in high school. I had this really awesome shirt. It was pale pink. It was long sleeved, button down, cotton, and it had 2 pockets here with little flaps that went over. And it was a Forenza brand. I don't know if any of you remember Forenza, but oh yeah, I thought I was so styling. And one day, my friend came up to me and told me how good I looked in that color. And I was so excited because that was my favorite color, and nobody had ever told me I looked good in a color or anything like that before. And so every time I see light pink, it just kind of takes me back to 1985, 86, where somebody complimented me and it made me feel good. And also it's a bubbly color. It's just feminine and nice. There are certain things, I mean, I can't wear everything in baby pink. That would, you know, some things just wouldn't look good on me like that. And I also love turquoise. It's a bright, fun, cheery color. But pastel pink is really nice. And I really like blue and white. And I really like yellow. Okay. And I'm going to go fast because I don't have too much time. Name your celebrity crush. And if you went on a date, what would you do, or what would you like to do on that date? I don't really have a celebrity crush. Back in the day, I loved Tom Cruise. Ryan Reynolds was pretty awesome. But I would like to say, I think it would be cool to hang out with Ellen DeGeneres. She's like a girl crush, not in, just in the sense that she would be an awesome friend. I just love Ellen DeGeneres. I think she is the kindest, most awesome, sweetest, friendly, giving, generous person ever. And she makes everyone happy. She makes everyone smile. She makes everyone's lives better. And I would love to just hang out with her, maybe on the set of her show, and just be in her presence. That would make my day because she's amazing. And I look up to her. I would love to be like her. I would love to be able to give like she gives. I would love that. I would love it. If I could change something in my life, what would it be and why? I would have taken piano lessons. I love the piano. My mom had a piano when I was little, but she sold it like when I was 5 or 6, and I don't know why. And she used to play the piano. She took lessons when she was a kid, and she played it really beautifully. And then when she married my stepdad, she got another piano, but she didn't play it very often. And so by this time, you know, I'm in junior high and high school, and I loved the piano. I never took lessons. My mom never asked me if I wanted to, and I never said I wanted to. So I would just sit down at the piano and listen and play by ear. I could play For Elise. I could play the Blue Danube Waltz. You know, there are lots of things that I could play that my mom had in her songbook. And I could read music a little bit, and so that helped. But if I could tell if I hit the wrong note, and so I'd find the right note. And then just recently I tried to sit down at my piano. She gave me the piano when I moved into my first house, and I can't play it anymore. I can't remember anything I taught myself. My fingers won't move. I try to play something, my fingers just won't move. My hands don't move. I'm a stone. I can't play anymore, and it upsets me because I love the piano. Every time I hear people play the piano, I think that I wish it was me. I imagine it being me, and that I am making people proud of me by my talent. Oh, I wish I could play the piano. Name something I would change about YouTube and why. I would change the thumbs down button. I hate that button. It's not an important button. All it does is it brings you down. It's depressing. For me, it brings me down. It's a little depressing. It kind of stomps on my self-esteem. my self-confidence. It makes me think people don't like me or that I suck. And maybe I do, but the thumbs down button doesn't need to validate that or confirm that or show me that, you know? And if you like, I think they should only have the thumbs up. If you like a video, great, thumbs it up. And those who don't like it, they don't have to thumbs it up. But when you see the thumbs down, that's just really depressing. I mean, and people will thumbs you down even if you were to tell them, you know, your mom died just now. They would thumb it down because they're just mean, insensitive. And so I would change that. And I'm sure now I'm going to get at least 20 thumbs down. But I like that you also have the option at least to hide the thumbs up, thumbs down thing. You can hide it so nobody can see. So that's, at least you can do that. If you could only have two foods for the rest of your life, which would it be? Chinese and Mexican. I love Chinese food and Mexican food, and I love cheese puffs. And I'm not quite sure what category the cheese puffs would fall in, probably Mexican, but those are included in those groups. Name something I would change about myself and why, and it can't be a body part. I would take away, if I could, and I'm working on it, I would change and take away my anxiety and my depression and my negativity. In my life, everything's half empty. The glass is always half empty. I always think the worst. I'm always obsessing over things. I'm always trying to please people. I feel guilty if I can't make anyone happy. If I upset people, I feel absolutely horrible. And I just have terrible self-esteem. I would change all of that. And, you know, I've gone to counseling, I'm taking medication, la 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 la. I'm working on it, but it's hard. So, and I've been that way my whole entire life. Even grade school, people would call me to babysit, and I wouldn't want to, but I'd tell them yes anyway because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. I didn't want to put them out of their way. I didn't want to upset them or make them mad and have to find another babysitter. I wanted to please them, and I would start crying as soon as I got off the phone with them because I didn't want to babysit. And then my mom would be like, just tell them you don't want to babysit. And I'd say, I can't because then they'll get mad at me. You know, I've just always wanted to be, I've always been a people pleaser, and that's tough. It's very tough. Name something that a lover did for me. Well, he proposed to me and he married me and he puts up with me. Daryl is so awesome. I love him so much. And he does things for me every day. He hugs me and he tells me he loves me and he snuggles and he's amazing and he will do anything for me. He just wants to ensure my safety and my happiness. And recently he surprised me with something, and I will show it to you really soon, so you'll have to stay tuned. What is something about my body that I like? Well, I do like my eyes. That's the only thing in that way that I like. I like my eyes. But mostly I'm grateful for a functioning body. I'm grateful for my hearing and for my eyesight and for my arms and legs and feet and hands and all of my abilities. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful to be relatively healthy. I've got health problems. I've got teeth problems. I've got all sorts of problems that I haven't even talked about. But in the grand scale of things, I am very grateful for the body that I have and the functionality that I've been blessed with. I'm very blessed with a healthy body for the most part. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I would live in Utah because Utah, at least, and not just Utah, but I would live in the valley, like in the Salt Lake Valley and around, where we are on a grid system. I can find anywhere because our addresses are all on a grid system, north, south, east, and west. Like 40th South and 20th West. You can find that place. You go anywhere else without a grid system, I'm lost. I can't find it. I can't find my way. I don't know how. I can't use Google Maps. I don't know how to, hey Siri, tell me where this is. Go 500 feet above. I don't know 500 feet. I don't know my measurements, okay? So there's no way I could live anywhere else because nobody's on the grid system like we are, and I'd never find my way, and I would get lost and anxious and upset. And so I will always live here in Utah where I live, and I love the fact that we have all 4 seasons: summer, winter, fall, spring. So that's that. 2 makeup items I can't live without are foundation and blush. My skin is horrible. The older you get, the older my skin looks, and it's nasty, and I don't have an even complexion, and I've got discoloration and scarring and blah blah. So foundation will cover that up, and I know I didn't say concealer, but I could just kind of double up on the foundation for the concealer part. But blush makes you look a little alive, not so mannequin-y. So foundation and blush, those are the 2 things I cannot live without for makeup. What is my favorite perfume? I'm wearing it right now. It's Chanel, and it's the Chance line, and it's the Eau de Tendre. It's Tendre. And it's in the round bottle with the pink writing. I love that. It's expensive, and I've only got like that much left, and I use it sparingly, and you only need just 1 squirt. It's strong, and people love it. Every time I wear it, people wonder what it is. They ask me what it is. I love it. What is my favorite smell? I love Downy, like the Downy fabric softener. I loved it more back in the 80s and 90s. I think now it's changed a little. It doesn't smell quite the same, which is a shame. I liked it better back in the day, but I love that smell. I love the smell of baking bread. Oh, I love when people bake bread. It smells so good. And then I love the smell of baby lotion. It has to be Johnson & Johnson. Baby lotion and the baby oil, the baby powder. I love that smell. I love it. I wish they'd make a body fragrance, like a body mist. I mean, I know there are other brands and similar smells, but no, it has to be Johnson & Johnson. That would be awesome. That'll never happen. My favorite toy as a child, I had this little red stuffed animal dog thing, and his name was Burgess. It had his name on the tag, and I carried that with me everywhere. I loved him, and I thought that he loved me. And I played with a Barbie head that you could do her hair and makeup, and the makeup was terrible. Like, she had little blue crayon type eyeshadow, and it went on kind of thick and crayon-y, and then you couldn't get it off. It like stained her eyes. And the lipstick, you know, her lips were hard, and then you'd put the lipstick on and it was bright pink, and it was all cakey, and it would come off all, I don't know, it was nasty. We're talking like in the 70s, like 75, 76. But back in those days, man, that Barbie head was it. And I had a dollhouse that my mom made that I just loved, kind of like when I was in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. She built it, and she carpeted it, and painted it, and wallpapered it, and she had little furniture pieces in there. And then one day when I was coming home from school, I found this little flower patch, and it was full of little tiny snails. And so I brought some snails home and put them in the dollhouse, and they died, but at least they had a nice place to live for a few hours. I loved that dollhouse. And then I also had a Barbie dream house that my friend had given me. It was, you know, 80s, 1980s. And so it was the big tall one, and it was like that compressed wood stuff. And it had 3 levels, and then you pull the string, and then the plastic square elevator would go up and down to each floor. I loved the Barbie Dream House. And it didn't matter to me that it was used. I loved it so much. Let's see. A song that makes me dance. A song that makes me want to dance. I don't know. I'm not good at names of songs right off the top of my head. But there are stuff from the 80s that I love to dance to, like all the new wave stuff. The hair bands I love. There are songs that are from this day and age that I love to dance to, but I don't know what the names are. I just don't. So I'm kind of a bummer on that question. Sorry. What is my favorite candle fragrance? Salt City Candle. I don't know if that's just a local thing here in Utah. But they make one called Christmas Eve, and it smells so nice, but they've changed their formula. They don't burn as strongly anymore, in my opinion. And plus, I'm getting scratchy throat. When the flame goes up, you know, black smoke goes up, and that eventually turns your walls black. I don't want soot on my walls. So I use Scentsy wax melts, and they have one called Snowberry at Christmas time. And it smells, it's the exact dupe as Christmas Eve. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's my favorite candle. And then I also love the Christmas tree candles. What is my favorite snack? The Chester's Corn Puffs. Oh my goodness. They're my favorite. They're only $2 a bag. They're, you know, it's Chester Cheetah, but they're not the cheese puffs. In the blue bag, they're the corn puffs, the Chester's Corn Puffs in an orange bag. And they are so light and airy and fluffy and addicting. They're amazing. And I always buy 2 bags at a time. You don't get very much in a bag. And they're kind of big, and so they you know, they go fast, but they're so good. That's my very favorite snack in the whole wide world. The whole wide world. What color best describes me and why? I have answers here. I would say yellow. Well, there's a few colors. Yellow, because a lot of times I'm happy, sunny, like, you know, happy, sunny. Pink, because I can be bubbly. Maybe light blue, because it's airy. Yes, I can be airy. And other times I'm very dark gray, because a lot of times I am depressed and sad and anxious and upset and worried. So yeah, dark gray. Which do you prefer, bathing or showering? Definitely taking a shower. I never like taking a bath. You freeze to death in the bathtub. You're constantly filling it up with more hot water, and you shrivel up like a prune, and you don't want to get out because you're so cold, and then it leaves a ring around the tub. And yeah, I never liked baths. I only take showers. You constantly have a nice, hot, steady stream of water coming down on you. It gets steamy, and you just stay warmer. Showers are my thing. What is my favorite shampoo and conditioner? I don't really have one. I like all shampoo and conditioner. I like Suave, I like Garnier, I like Pantene, I like Vidal Sassoon. I like everything. But I like to buy them in the smaller bottles. I try not to buy the great big monster size, because I get bored really quickly with shampoo and conditioner, and I want a new scent. That's the way I am. I get really bored of shampoo and conditioner, and I want something new all the time. How would you spend a perfect day or night, and with whom? Well, of course, my number one answer would be spending it with Daryl. Going to a movie, going out to dinner, miniature golf, bowling, just sitting on the couch watching TV. As long as we're home together, as long as we're together, I don't care what we do or what we don't do. Even if he's taking a nap and I'm watching TV, or he's watching TV in another room and I'm doing my own TV, as long as we're together or in the vicinity, that's all that matters. I wish I could be with Daryl 24/7. And he feels the same way. He really does. We never fight. We're constantly giving each other a hug and telling each other we love each other. He is a saint, an angel. He is perfect. I love him more than life itself. I love him. And then my other perfect way would be to spend it with my family. I would love to have my whole entire family get together and just have a barbecue in the summertime, maybe like the 4th of July or whatever, and just play volleyball or badminton in the backyard and spend time together. And that would be pretty fun. Say one thing about the person who tagged you. Well, I can say several things. Her name is Tammy Gainey. She just started her channel like a month or so ago. She's amazing, and she's already got like 284 subs, and that's just, I'm sure she's got more than that now. She's darling, she's beautiful. I'd say she's around my age, give or take. She's probably less than my age. I'm 46. She's probably a little bit younger than me. She's very talented. She has this video where she takes us around things in her home where she has thrifted or just found, and they were free and they were junk, and she turned them into absolutely gorgeous treasures. Her house is beautiful. What she makes is beautiful. And, you know, she does little hauls here and there, and she has the cutest dog ever. Her dog looks exactly like my dog, who's not with us anymore, but her dog is little. My dog was 70 pounds, big, but her dog looks exactly like my Ginger, but just mini. And go check her out. She's a doll, and I will put her channel below. And then I'm supposed to tag one person to do this tag, and so I tag Joanne Plans. Come on, Joanne, do it. Just do it. Joanne's awesome. She's got great hair. She colors it. She's got dark blue hair with a little bit of purple, sometimes a little bit of pink in there. She does a lot of live shows, videos where they're live. She does hauls, like Dollar Tree hauls, and she's so smart. She knows all about computers and editing, and she does classes that you can pay for, and then sometimes she'll do classes that are free, just showing you and helping you, giving you little hints and tips about editing for YouTube and just computer stuff in general. She's really smart and intelligent, and she's on a new diet, a lifestyle or a diet change, a life change. I don't know what you call it, I forget. But she's eating clean, and she loves it. I wish I could be that way, but I just can't. Cheese puffs rule my life at the moment. But so I tag you, Joanne, and I will put her link down below. And whoever else wants to do this tag, please feel free to do it. It's fun, and I would love to hear your answers. So thanks for hanging out with me. I just love ya, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Oh yeah, baby. Chester's popcorn.